real this.
MPL Arena Jakarta. MPL Indonesia Season 18 is powered by VIVO. Supported by Esports Federation of Indonesia.
Agora vamos lá, hein?
Presented by official gaming phone Infinix. Official e-wallet GoPay. Official gaming chair Hoda. Partner in esports Aqua. Telkomsel. By you. Indigo. Good times. So good.
Vai carregar não? Aí, ó.
Sekarang sih menurut gue udah balance banget daripada sebelum-sebelumnya, karena sebelum-sebelumnya cuma kayak jangkauan terus. Sekarang udah enggak sih, sekarang udah bisa pakai apa aja di sini. Ini udah pasti bakal
Beleza. Chat geral.
kebetulan juga metanya nggak yang sesusah itu dan fleksibel, semuanya bisa dimainin.
Dari segi meta nih lagi posisi abu-abu banget.
ASTRON.
Yeah, I think the meta right now is
Apex diretor, Legion Cup, ASTRON, não, você não, boa noite.
It's very hard to rotate. Masalahnya sekarang Faisal lagi ada kira-kira 2 atau 3 playstyle doang nih. Apakah bisa ada eksplorasi baru coba?
Don't have an idea, bro.
Kebetulan emang season ini paling kompleks lah patch-nya itu metanya. Semua bisa dimainin, kayak contohnya Pakuto bisa dipindah-pindahin ke jungle, XP, botlane. Dengan metanya yang versatile kan berarti kan emang ilmunya emang udah banyak aja sih. Emang mekaniknya kan udah jago. Jadi ya mungkin meta dirinya. Dan juga double jab ditambah atur. Waduh,
Tchau, mano. Adeus. Fala, tchelosidade, tama. Tocas da ASTRON lá, vou mandar. Querendo. Quem falta? Kellyzinho. Pera aí, se você estiver mandando mensagem, eu não tô vendo não. Bom dia. Não entra não, sai instrução do profissional. Vamos, Gabs, assiste aí, ó, pra entrar. Quero saber não. Léo. Manda pro Paulinho do Mal. PH da Maldade. Cadê o Cleitinho? Crechex. Faltou alguém? Deixa eu ver. Mandei pro Raidin. Manda aí, 1,59. Tamo junto. Fala, Mirko. Você é bom, hein? Ok, acho que é isso, né? Guess that's it. Beleza, guys. Agora sim, deixa eu voltar aqui. Deixa eu ver. Vamos lá. Cara, hoje é Navi versus Team Liquid e Bigetron versus alguém. Eu não sei ainda. Nesses primeiros games eu não vou fazer uma avaliação grande. Vamos lá.
it will be great. But obviously, we still have a long way to go. Yeah. Only 2 matches that Team Liquidity has played so far in season 18. And Cavalries are shouting, stop the count, stop the count. They're 4-1 currently gone. They are standing strong in the second though.
There's a chance.
Ok, não. Esse aqui a gente passa pra frente. Não passa? Ah, tá passando. Infinix GT50 Pro. É besta. Aí sim, hein? Aí sim, hein?
It's very easy to win the early game.
Is it just why not just straight up ban it?
Exactly. I think contest.
What does Na'Vi need to defeat
Because Kevin's been amazing.
Team Liquid? E o que a Na'Vi precisa para derrotar a Team Liquid, guys? Contestar a Hirara, ganhar o early game ou give Afro Hero Momentum. Ou seja, dar um Hero Momentum seria tipo assim, né? Quando você pega o timing do Hero. Não timing, né, velho? É quando você dá. Você proporciona o jogo pra esse cara aí, velho. Pra esse Afro. Afro. Não, eu não.
Those untargetable skills, those iframes, it's basically never on cooldown, bro. Unless you have a point-click stun. And that's why Kevin, I think, won't have as much luck that he did in week number 1. I think a lot of teams will already kind of look at him and try to, take those heroes away. And luckily for Na'Vi, with their new boy, Joshua, now we have 2 Joshuas, which is kind of weird, but
Vambora.
once in Na'Vi, once in RQ, Joshua here, he should be playing. I don't know. They randomly just promoted him in week number 2. It would be strange if he doesn't.
Let me see isso aqui. Vamos lá, vamos adiantar um pouquinho. Esses primeiros games. Deixa eu só ver esse aqui, eu quero ver o que é essa outra pergunta. Ah, tá, não, ainda é a votação. Vamos lá. Deixa eu ver. Deixa eu ver o que foi. Olha os Prioban, mano. Prioban. Que isso? Esse Kevin tem essa Fanny, mano? Por que esse ban na Fanny? Não sei, não gostei. Eu acho que não... Sei não. Depende, né? Pode estragar a formação do que eles estão planejando. Então, não sei. Freya ban, ok. Faz sentido. Freyazinha ali. Paquito Atlas. Pacatlas. Marcel de terceiro. Hirara. Hirara, terceiro. Tá. Ok. Trouxeram uma Melissa Insta, né, velho? Insta Melissa.
Ridiculously good, but there's other counters out there. We expect something like a Claude, and I think, I don't know who bring it up, the Talon Room, but Ixia is somewhere along the lines of a hero that can kind of counter the Melissa.
Okay, Melissa.
Cara, aqui, seguinte, o que é bom contra a Melissa, hein? Eu não vou fazer uma avaliação muito grande, mas vou fazer pequenas avaliações. Melissa, Lapu-Lapu, Novaria, Lapu-Lapu, Novaria, Cloud também joga com ela na lane, hein, velho? Lapu-Lapu, Novaria, Cloud ali, não sei. Novaria, tá aí, ó. Por que Novaria? Ela poka de muito longe, né, velho? Ela dá o poke de muito longe. O poke dela.
Long range can poke out, most importantly, can clear fast.
Yeah. Solid choice, I'd say. Going for the Varia, it's amazing up against some of these backliners like the Melissa. So the Varia to deal with it. Now I think they get a solid frontliner in Uranus. And whoa, never mind. It's crazy. Barats and Selena. Right, I called the Barats for the first pick. It's either that or Melissa, but with the Uranus still available, I thought maybe they would stay away from it. Now the Uranus should be the choice for Na'Vi, unless they want to nail down on the jungler. So for me, it could be a jungler pickup, someone that can jump into the back line against the Selena. If they want Pryo, they go Nolan here. But if not, then I think they save Nolan or Harley, or they save it for last 2. Harley's actually pretty good shout. And if they pick a jungler here in Red 3, you can exhaust Kevin's hero in the second phase. But no, they're going for a more, I guess, like standard option here with the laning matchup, Claude against Melissa. Some hero that can dive to the backline, and if you amplify it with another backline dive hero, that should be enough to.
Cloudzinho e Novaria. Ok. Ah, eles.
just leave it. Right? No. Like if they didn't want it, then they don't need to pick it early. They go for the claw pickup, right? The Uranus gets banned out as expected here. I think this is a Harley ban. Yeah, there should be the Nolan and the Harley ban because they don't want it later on. I think they might go for something like a Hayabusa. They might try to copy Bigatron Strap with the Nefaria, the Claude, and with a playmaking XP, I'm thinking right now. It's a bit greedy, but if you have the capabilities to pull it off, I think Lapu Lapu is a very big pick. So Honjao might need to ban it out.
And it's so annoying, like, for Melissa to face the Lapu Lapu. When you pop the go away, the Lapu Lapu can still, like, be a nuisance. So, yeah, I think Lapu Lapu is definitely a good hero to go up against the Melissa. It's gonna be the Ling, though, so the Harley is still open.
Harley, maybe.
Fala, Leozão. Você tá bom, meu parceiro? Bom dia.
Right? Because the Hayabusa does get kind of beat out by the Ling.
O cara apareceu. LJ.
I still think this should be the Lapu Lapu man now, just based on what we've seen from Navi. They've been able to counter the Melissas really well with the
Assistindo um campeonatinho de Mobile Legends pra ganhar uns dedos. Legion Cup MLBB, fala tu. Você tá bom? Legion Cup MLBB. Não sei quem é, faço. Faço não. É muita possibilidade. Ranzuban! Olha esses caras, pai. Você é louco. Que isso, Léo? Acordou agora. Eu sei.
Yeah, again, a very uprising hero, up and trending, the Hanzo, especially here in the region of IP, and that's gonna be the Harley. So
Harleyzinho.
ban on the Ling, that's why they want the Harley pickup as well. But now, what do you go for here for TL?
Olha o olho do Harley piscando, mano. É a primeira vez que eu vi isso aqui. Olha isso aqui, que louco, velho. Cara, ele tá tiltadinho. Doideira. Ó o Miguel, hein, Léo. Ó o Miguel. Eu não vou mentir, não. Eu acordei agorinha. Acho que era meio-dia. Dormi tardão ontem, cara. Você é louco. Nossa, acordei, tomei um café e tamo aí na live agora. Era pra mim ter assistido esse jogo aqui mais cedo, hein? Mas é isso, agora deu só agora. Nossa, eu não conseguiria. Eu dormi muito tarde, mano. Não, Marcelo, se for pra jogar, eu vou jogar um negócio ali. Bom dia, Killer King Games, meu tchelinho. Vou completar não, mano, obrigado. Ah, tá. Valeu.
So I think the idea is the Minotaur is not as, usually you have Atlas, you have Valerie, they can go on the offense.
Eu levantei agorinha também, Marcelo. Tô diferente não, viu? Eu levantei, fiz um cafezinho da manhã e estamos aí. Aguinha com gás pra nós, né? Não tem jeito. E esse draft aqui? Ô, Tchelinho, quando você estiver jogando contra a Melissa, pede pros caras pegar Novaria, Lapu, Cloud. Mas se puder, bane ela, hein? Vamos ver. Vamos fazer uma predict aqui com base na lineup. Eu tenho um Barates, um Torão pra fazer as front. Eu tenho uma Selena pra jogar lá da back do front. Eu tenho o I e uma Melissa. O I, Sunshin, ele assassina. Melissa, ela bate na front, também bate na back. Só que aqui, na composição dos caras, eu tenho um Beleric que vai tomar muito dano lá na frontline, mas ele tá de revitalizar, ele tá pra tomar dano mesmo, tá nem aí. Ele quer tomar dano. Aí eu tenho uma Rafaela que vai curar esse cara. Meu Deus do céu, vocês têm noção que é isso? E aí eu tenho uma trio Rafa, Beleric e Novaria, onde a Novaria tá pokeando lá do Kimba, a Rafa e o Beleric tá na frente. Tomando um pouco da Melissa, da Selena e Minotauro ali, pode ser engolido. E o Cloud tá. Cara, pra mim, quem ganha esse jogo? Tá. Andório. Kevin. Predict, chat. Vamos fazer um predict aqui. Deixa eu ver. Purificar no meu 2 ADC. Flash. Aham. Tá. Vamos fazer um predict, guys. Cara, esse aqui tá difícil, hein, velho. Tá. Quem é que vai ganhar essa partida? Vou falar pra vocês que essa composição com frontline parrudo, junto com a Rafaela e essa Novaria Pokeano de longe tá forte. Só que esse Cloud, ele precisa crescer muito. E a Melissa cresce fácil, velho. E aí, esse trem da Melissa crescer fácil também é um fator muito importante. O Harley e o Isunshin, eles vão estar ali se batendo. Beleza. Cara, eu gosto mais do draft de baixo. Queria que eles vencessem, vai ser meu predict. Mas isso aqui vai ser definido na execução. Opa.
Does favor Navi though, and TLID. They made these simple drafts work. Let's see if it happens again.
Oh man, Cars is on a revitalize instead of flicker, so he knows that he's gonna play a bit more defensively now instead of offensively. But now, week 2 is commencing here in MPL Indonesia season 18. Starting it off.
Vamos lá.
Navi versus
Eu acho que a Navi vai ganhar, hein? Navi.
Risky move, Donnie.
Vamos ver.
Indeed, Afro, as we all know, we talked about it, we touched on it. Afro is more of an engaged.
Nossa, peraí, quero ver os emblemas. Quero ver o que a Selena fez em emblema pra ajudar esse cara, velho. Não mostrou ainda, né?
Versus undefeated TLID.
A risky move, Donnie.
Yeah, indeed, Afro, as we all know, we talked about it, we touched on it. Afro is more of an engaged playmaking type of rover.
Nossa, o Selena ajuda a fazer rápido demais, cara.
He played Valentina. This time around, he's gonna play a Rafaela. So, is this evolution?
Quero ver o emblema da Selena.
Or not? We will find out soon.
There is one thing I like though, when we're looking at this composition, is the fact that Zayon will have this winning matchup against Kevin. He'll be able to take this for free, for sure, as long as he times his Art of Theory. There you go. This is the thing about going up against the Claude. I mean, going up against Melissa. He knows this matchup.
Yeah, I don't know about you though, Virgo. Like, I'm not doing it for the balls.
Ixi.
That's gonna be Afro now, taking very low. Still able to hold his flicker though. Great calculation, but it does force him to recall.
I'm not doing it for the lulz. I genuinely think Navi can do it. But
Isso que eu queria ver, ó. Ah lá, ó. Eu não quero fazer essas análises nesse jogo, não, mas caramba, olha esse aqui da Selena, velho. Que tá fazendo ela fez o Isunshin farmar rápido daquele jeito. Ih, disconnected, my can get discon. Deixa eu arrumar. O que acontece? O que acontece? Fala comigo. Vai dar certo, vai dar certo. Canta não. Tá ligado? Não, Léo, fica de boa, meu parceiro. Tá tranquilo, velho. Fica tranquilo. Sem nóia, meu parceiro, sem nóia. Sabe, aqui nós vamos assistir um gamezinho de boa. Mas, ó, esse aqui... Esse emblema de caçador experiente aqui na Selena, cara... Vamos ver qual que é a potência disso aí vai trazer pro jogo. Deixa eu ver, pera aí. O Sushi já tá... Não, o Sushi tá level 3 e o Harley tá level 3. Cara, estranho. Caramba, velho. O Harley limpou tão rápido quanto isso um Shin como a Selena ajudando, velho. Não, vou ter que voltar. Isso aqui tá errado, mano. Pera aí. O que aconteceu, velho? Pera aí. Vamos lá. O que é isso? Porque, ó, o Harley começa na ponta. O Isunshin aqui, nesse momento, ele já fez um e o Harley agora que ele tá acabando. O Isunshin tem 2 campos. Ih, meu monitor desligou. Que é isso? Qual foi? Alô? Meus equipamentos tá caindo aos pedaços, pessoal. É isso. Pera aí mais, ó. Cara, 603 de gold, 562 de gold. Caramba, mano. Ah, a Novaria ajudou lá um pouco. Ok, a Novaria foi lá e ajudou. Agora eles estão com 2 campos iguais. E o Isunshin vai chegar agora.
know about you though, Miracle. I'm doing it for the balls.
The sun with the arrow. That's gonna be afro.
Tá.
Now take very low.
Esse Sushin terminou o Golem e foi pro Red.
Still able to hold his flicker though. Great calculation, but it does force him.
Pera aí, o Harley fez 1, 2, 3. Caramba. Cara, pera aí, eu não vi isso, mano. Pera aí. Nossa. Cara, menos de 1 minuto de jogo e já aconteceu tudo isso aí, velho. Que isso, mano? Que isso, velho? Não, pera aí. Cadê?
Versus undefeated TLID. A risky move, Donnie.
Yeah, indeed. Afro, as we all know, we talked about, we touched.
Cara.
Afro is more of an engage, as we all know.
TLID. A risky move, Donnie.
Que isso, mano?
Yeah, indeed. Afro, as we all know, we talked about, we touched on it. Afro is more of an engage, playmaking type of roamer.
Não, pera aí, eu quero ver de novo. Eu quero ver de novo.
Yeah, indeed.
Olha o Andório. Olha o Andório aqui.
As we all know, we talked about.
Ele smitou?
A risky move, Donnie.
Yeah, indeed. Afro, as we all know, we talked about.
Smitou. Nossa, mano. Caramba, velho. Os dois times ajudou muito na jungle. Mas muito mesmo, velho. Agora que eu percebi que o Harley ele já tava. Ele fez 3 campos, mano. Olha, velho. Então ele vem. Caramba, mano. Deixa eu ver com quantos minutos esses caras pegou level 4. 1 minuto e 21 segundos.
2-1, yes. I voted for a very long battle between these two. Check out the emblems though, Vai Onic. It's gonna be
Pera aí que o Sushin pegou antes, então. Pera aí, ele tá 3.
very long battle between these two.
1 minuto e 27 o Sushin. Caramba, velho. 1 minuto e 27 segundos o Sushin.
Check out the emblems though, Vai
1 minuto e 30 segundos o Harley, velho. Que isso, velho.
It's interesting to see which roam item or roam boots is gonna use here.
Okay, that's gonna be a connection towards Leone.
Whoa!
That's the magic. Kevin finds.
Oh my lord!
That's a great first magic.
Oh, esses games é muito alto nível.
Oh my lord! Whoa!
That's the magic.
Roam boots is gonna use here.
Okay, that's gonna be a connection towards Leone.
Whoa!
That's the magic. Kevin finds.
Oh my lord!
That's a great first kill here for TL. Instantly respawn, but that's tempo again for the cavalry, the trident of TL.
That looks like a reminiscence of what BTR did most of the time. Exactly. With the Abyssal Arrow, you're able to just put so much map pressure here, especially with the Mountain Shocker, right? Gives you auto vision. Kevin gets a steal as well on the Marksman emblem, and as expected, this Belleric not having a good time up top. Navi, I think they've overcooked a bit. Jizzy does get level 4, so they won't lose out too much tempo. They'll just lose out on a bit of that early game and a bit of farm on the jungle.
I don't think they can contest.
They can't. Oh, unless they get a star shot.
Quase que ela rouba, velho.
They're going in for more. That's going to be Kevin now on the orange buff. And there is nothing that Navi can do. Cars, though, face checking here. That's a stun with the Mountain Shocker now. That's a big knockup by the Minotaur. Aron claims the kill. Despite him taunting 4 members. The Minotaur. Cars, though, face.
Cara, esse aqui eu tenho que aprender a fazer. Pera aí, ó.
No, they can't. Oh, unless they get a Star Shatter. No, they just don't have the personnel to do it.
Joga o invade, ele falou. Joga o invade. Ele tá level 6, o cara tá level 4.
DSP.
They're going in for more. That's going to be Kevin now on the orange buff. And there is nothing that Navi can do. Cars, though, face checking here. That's a stun with the Mountain Shocker now. That's a big knockup by the Minotaur. Aron claims the kill. Despite him
chamou todo mundo e foi fazer o invade.
taunting 4 members. TLID, what, not even 3 minutes in, already 1,500 gold lead. Comfortable one.
It feels like there's nothing they can do about it. That was the right play, now be conceding the total, but still. This is not a good look, man. So far. Luckily for them, they do have a bit of scaling, so they can always just cope and say, we're scaling chat. Seon's doing all right in this lane, but with these neutral objectives going to the side of TLID, these weak side goal laners can't do anything, dude. You're just a passenger for like 90% of the game. That's why Seon can't push the tempo. He would love to push the tempo. He knows his matchup. Again, he was able to secure those gold crabs. Able to play around those
Gostou do barato? Você lembra, meu parceiro? XP ele tá, ele é XP, ô Léo. Prioritário, tá? Pique prioritário.
Yeah, and the only time he feels as well, just roam around. That is very easy to do for Kevin. His jump's not hard so far. The ones that the jump is pretty hard though.
E ele fica pequenininho quando ele perde os stacks.
If an abyssal arrow lands in the late game, it's pretty much goodbye.
Yes, that would be very, very tough to utilize against this comp. This is just
Errou, infelizmente. Cara, infelizmente eu vou ter que falar um pouco menos hoje. Eu tô com uma afta na língua, cara. Tá horrível de falar. Vai me dar dor de cabeça esse negócio, velho. Geralmente eu falo mais um pouquinho, mas eu tô mais observando. Mas vai perguntando aí se vocês quiserem, ou fazendo comentário, que a gente vai falando. Nossa.
I feel like Endoryu might just be caught here. Seon's doing a good job, really capitalizing on the fact that the double lane is happening from Melissa. Yeah.
Olha isso, mano. O Red é dos caras já, mano.
Kevin gets a almost 3-level advantage now. It's cooked. Now we gotta play plan C.
Yeah, there's no way you can salvage the situation, man. Is there even a plan C?
There's no man. There's no flash.
At this point, it's just playing it safe until all the inhibitors are the only one that's left, and you just clear the lane, play with the Belleric. I feel like that's really the only option because there's no one that can check the bushes quite easily.
I feel like this has been kind of like the,
oh my god,
it's impossible with no mid prio. Endoryu at least gets away.
Okay.
Jogou bem o Andor, hein?
Getting the small trees, that's Rondo showing his durability there, taking all the damage. That's an arrow landing on for Zapro. Nothing too crazy just yet, but man.
Nossa, esses caras é muito bom, velho.
But my ranked games, I have ranked games harder than this. Oh my god.
Got it.
That's pretty rude, brother. That prologue was not necessary at all.
Yeah.
That's o quê?
Rude, brother. That prologue was not necessary at this. Oh, rude. But easy just yet, but taking all the damage. That's an arrow landing on for Zapro. Nothing too crazy just yet, but man, I don't mean to be rude, but my ranked games, I have ranked games harder than this. Oh my god.
Got it.
That's pretty rude, brother. That prologue was not necessary at all.
Yeah. It gets even harder when you go 111 on Atlas, though, Gane. I'm mistaken.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is looking.
Almost a solo there. Kevin disengages. That's going to be an arrow, almost landing towards Andoryu. Rondo from the flanks now, forcing Andoryu in a very tough spot.
Tá morto esse Harley.
South and north here has been exposed, but it seems like Kevin will not be greedy, just taking the turret, and he will back off. Yeah, there's really no stakes at all for TLID right now. They're not even trying to force the kill there towards Andoryu. I feel like if Kevin was a bit more aggressive, he could have killed Andoryu, but they played this completely. And I like that. There's no risk to be taken in this position.
Yeah, they can just cut, take objectives for free. There is no bounty, so as long as they are able to build this lead with no bounty, it'll be very good.
Cara, o Cloud tá farmando, tá?
Come back, quote unquote, because their comp is technically late game with the Varia, Harley, and the Claw. They scale really well. But I don't really feel like TLID will give them the opportunity to scale. With a lineup like this, Selena, everyone, they can really just take advantage of the map when they have the lead early. It looks super difficult to turn things around, especially the fact that Cars now has to give out lane to Endoryu to farm. That means he's only going to be even further behind Afro.
That's a flicker and...
Uou! Aí jogadaça da nave, deixa eu ver. Deixa eu ver o que meu Sushi fez de errado aqui, velho. Meu Sushi tá level 12, meu Harley tá level 9, velho. 3 levels de gap. Ah, papai. Ele tomou da Rafaela, viu? Nossa, a Rafaela jogou muito com o Beleric, mano. Meu Deus do céu. Olha essa jogada. Ah! Pro é muito bom. Meu Deus, como esses caras são bons. Olha essa Rafaela aqui, guys. Olha isso aqui, olha isso aqui. Larissa Rafaela. Ela vai usar 2 pra andar depressa. Flash 3 pra stunar o Sushi. O Sushi toma stun. Toma ult do Beleric. Vamos ver o que acontece. Ó, aqui. 2, Flash, stun. Beleric stuna. Cloud chega com ult e Novaria. Cara, que coordenação. Não, que coordenação.
That's a flicker and
Nossa.
finally a kill on the board here for Navi. They're not stopping. That's gonna be Kevin all out for 20 seconds. This gives tempo for Navi.
Hold on. I'm not even expecting that. I don't even blame Kevin to get caught up in that. No.
Yeah.
Apro, great move, dude. We were talking about him on initiators. I guess. Whoa, Dritchel might. Oh, and Three didn't have ult. I thought he was gonna be dead there. But yeah. Initiator, Rafaela seems like an initiator if you're good enough. Dritchel with the flicker out, they are burning these resources slowly but surely, trying to make an opening to come back. And even here, they're actually finding opportunities to trade on the map finally. After what looked to be TLID, they can just suffocate Navi all the way through. It's an objective up top for a structure down below.
Yeah. I think right now, Navi kind of got the memo in terms of like what Cars is needed to do here. He's gonna function as the pseudo roamer from now on because there's no one that can no one can benefit from Cars just splitting in his own lane. So you gotta play as a 3 here with Afro as well. So he's gonna solo lane up top. TLID right now once again will just take it slow and try to get the turrets as fast as possible.
Okay, luckily for Navi, they do have crazy clear with the Novaria and the Claude, so there's no way they'll be able to crack another structure as long as Navi keep this lead below 3,000. I think that's the angle to make Plan C work. Obviously, they would have wanted Plan A to snowball out of control.
Ui.
Oh, God.
Ritual, very disciplined with Oscar blazing to expand. That's a cancel.
Yeah.
Minotaur definitely can do that. The Purify though is still there. Leone!
Nossa! Que isso? Ah, ele tomou o taunt. Ele tomou o taunt, velho. Caramba, velho. Olha essa Navi jogando, mano.
Of TL. At least it's a rover. At least. But they are losing out on composure. TLID need to chill out. They are in no rush to push the advantage. Yes, they would love to have a 3,000 gold lead, but after those kind of circumstances, I think it's better right now to just play around neutral objectives. Take as much farm as you can, but don't put yourself into a situation where Navi can come back. Jizze getting a kill, even though it's on a rover. Rover's only died once. That's still full gold that Jizze collected, and all that time was spent down below. Giving Enthoryu space on the other side of the map. Look, Jizze is a whole level ahead of Dritchel now.
Yeah, and honestly, the lead that TLID right now have is pretty underwhelming considering how dominant they were in the early game. All objectives went to their favor, and it's only 1.4k? Damn, that's crazy.
It's disgusting, but that's why I'm always saying Novaria is a top tier pick, especially if the Melissa is picked up on the other side because you have that range. So it'll only get tougher for TLID as we get into the late game now. Again, for them, 3,000 gold lead would have.
É isso aí, velho. É isso aí. É o seguinte, mano. É porque aqui eu quero fazer um comentário. O narrador tava falando assim, mano. Narrador e o comentarista falou, mano, a T-Liquid ela tá se afoitando. Tomando uns gaps que não deveria com a vantagem que tinha. Perdendo a compostura. Eu discordo. Porque que é o seguinte. A composição da Navi é uma composição que, quanto mais o tempo passar, melhor ela bate contra aquela ali, ó. A composição deles tem mais late game do que eles. Pode ver que o early game saiu pra eles, mas o early game ele é muito assim, né? Ele é muito de uma jogadinha. Aquela jogadinha que o Sunshin fez no Harley já snowballou o game ali pra eles, mas um snowball bem pequeno. A sensação que eu tenho é que esse time da Navi, ele é melhor no late game. Por que eu acho isso? Porque esse Beleric, ele vai começar a andar perto do Cloud. Esse Cloud, ele com full item, ele bate demais da conta. Eu não sei se a Melissa dá conta de bater com ele. A Melissa é muito boa para bater na frontline, para bater na backline, mas contra o outro ADC, a Melissa é tão boa assim? Eu não sei. Além disso, porque o Cloud ele vai ter a proteção do Beleric e ele tem uma Rafaela realando ele. Além disso, a gente tem... Cara, meu monitor tá com mau contato em algum lugar, velho. Desligando. Além disso, a gente tem uma novária, que isso aqui vai começar a dar HS na Selena, quase HS no Isunshin, um HS na Melissa, velho. E aí você tem um Harley, que o Harley, quando ele tiver os itens, qualquer um que ele lutar lá, inclusive os tanques, ele vai sofrer bastante. Aqui, se a gente pegar o Barates, ele com full item, ok, só que ele vai ser um cara que vai pegar alguém, vai ser um initiator. O Isunshin, beleza, que escala muito, já que ele já tá level 15. Meio que já tá escalado ao máximo, mas ainda falta item. Beleza. Level 15, 9 minutos e 23, velho. Nossa, velho, esses caras upam rápido demais, velho. Aí você tem a Selena ela funciona mais ou menos igual a Novaria. Quanto mais passar o jogo, mais propícia a dar um HS em qualquer um desses targets aqui ela vai ficar. Porém, eles têm revitalizar e a Rafaela, né, mano, curando. Então, o potencial... Eu queria aquele negócio de inscrever na tela. O potencial de HS da Selena é fraco contra aquele time. O Minotauro, beleza, ele é um bom initiator e um anti-engager. Ele vai funcionar bem, mas esse flash não escala bem, velho. O flash não escala igual esse revitalizar escala. E a Melissa, ela escala bem, mas é o que eu falei, ela vai bater. Só que em quem que você vai bater lá, Melissa? Você vai bater no Beleric. O Cloud, ele é muito escorregadio, a Novaria fica muito longe. A Rafaela, ela consegue usar speed pra sair do seu bonequinho e dar speed pro time pra sair do bonequinho. O Harley é muito escorregadio. O único que vai ficar tomando da Melissa realmente é o Beleric. Eu sinto que esse time escala menos do que esse. Esse é melhor, esse quer que o jogo passe. E aí, por que eu falei isso? Porque eu quero chegar no ponto para contradizer, para ir contra o que o comentarista disse, que a Team Liquid está tomando umas atitudes erradas. Na minha visão, não. A Team Liquid, eu acredito que ela tá com essa mesma sensação que eu. Onde, se eu deixar esse game passar e não forçar a minha vantagem a aumentar, se esse time deles continuar jogando safe igual tá jogando safe nesse momento, e esse time começar a escalar, mesmo que seja pouco, eles vão começar a bater de frente conosco ou vão começar a bater na gente. Então eu preciso forçar jogadas, forçar controle de mapa, forçar jungle, porque eu preciso pôr força nesse jogo para finalizá-lo. Se eu não finalizar, se eu deixar esse jogo morno é pro outro time. E eu tô vendo... Cara, isso aqui, velho, já vou dizer um outro adendo. Composição de jogo morno, que é uma composição para late game, tá sendo uma composição muito difícil de bater. Porque obriga o outro time a acertar o early game tudo. Igual a Team Liquid já cometeu 2 erros. Quando o Isunshin morreu aqui, no Blue, e quando o Tank morreu aqui na bot side. Só não foram 2 erros. A diferença já caiu bastante. E vocês vão ver que essa Navi vai começar a punir muito agora. Mas tem Lorde, hein? Tem Lorde. Vamos ver. Posso estar errado, tá? Posso estar errado. Só a impressão que eu tive, quis falar pausado pra não saber o que vai acontecer. Ó, boa ult do Minotauro.
Enough damage to burst the Minotaur down. That's a kill for a Lord.
Sim, mas a Navi chegou agora, tá, Léo? Aqui no...
Oh, that's an arrow. Here comes the Melissa and the damage here. Still able to heal himself back up here. Holding on to the flicker as well. That's going to be the arrow. Oh, that's... the body block from both Kevin and Kevin. The Lord here will march top. Those teams got a lot of range, but I feel like Navi got a lot more range than TLID with this Novaria.
Dude, TLID just needs to stay chill with the neutral objectives. After taking it, wait and play around it, right? They are going for fights, but it's very unnecessary. Yeah. Then, after that, staying in lane when it's not really beneficial. Because they lost out on tempo, got popped.
Seus bonecos não dão esse dano não, Léo? Aqui é os pró jogando, né, pai? Esse cara é profissional, viado. E não entra não, essa instrução do profissional, viu? Não entra não.
With that happening, Navi now cleared the Lord.
Os caras jogam muito.
Lord disadvantage. It'll just be extra far for Zeon.
Might be the case. Just one turret hit
Nossa, o Cloud já tá pulverizando o Lorde, mano. Cara, esse jogo tá horroroso pra Team Liquid, viu? Aqui meu palpite, eu acho que eu acertei meu palpite, viu? Isso aqui vai dar Navi demais. Eu vou. O game da Onic eu vou fazer uma análise bem focada no jungle, Léo. Porque aí eu gosto de aprender. Esse aqui eu fiz uma análise superficial sobre como eles farmaram muito rápido, mano. Em menos de 1 minuto e meio, os dois já estavam level 4, tá? Só que o time ajudou, claro. This isn't even a Navi that has reached their power spike. They still need to wait. Love to see the items right now as we get into the 11th minute of the game right now, right? I mean, it looks impossible for them to penetrate through these structures when Navi are grouped up. There you go, item build. Thank you so much. Production. It is the wind of nature that is going to be next for Zeon. Big item, lightning structure and the glowing water. Deixa eu ver os itens, vamos ver o que temos até agora. Vamos lá. Eu tenho um Barates, beleza. Defesa mágica, defesa para ataque speed. Defesa para ataque speed. Beleric também vai fazer. Ele fez uma defesa. Ah, pra Selena, tá. Mas ele vai fazer o quarta cura agora, o Belerão. Beleza. Sunshin, ok. Harley, ok. Tá. Seleninha, aham. Novaria, bem semelhante, né? Selena e Novaria, bem semelhante. Rafael e Torão, bem semelhante também. Pode ver que eles são muito similares. Demora 1 minuto pra farmar o primeiro campo. Aí não pode, Léo. Aí. Aí tem algo errado, meu parceiro. Mas também o blink do Hellcurt pra farmar jungle não dá, né, meu parceiro? Tá tudo bem, erro de iniciante, mas upa os spin, hein, mano, não esquece. Mano, cara, mas é muito engraçado, né? Perceba aqui, ó, na XP, 2 heróis utilitários, os dois buildando bem parecidos. Na jungle, 2 assassinos de explosão, buildando bem parecidos, só que claro que um é mágico e outro é físico. Eu tô falando que meus bonecos não dão esse dano. Mas aqui assim, Léo, é porque aqui eles também tiveram ajuda. Só que sem ajuda é pra você terminar essa jungle level 4, 1 minuto e 50, 1 minuto e 40, 1 minuto e 50, é pra você ter terminado já, hein, Léo? Pegar seu level 4. Dá uma olhada lá. Meus mids, perceba que o pick é similar e a build é similar. Meu suporte, o pick é similar e a build é similar. Meu ADC, o pick é similar e a build é similar, velho. Muito louco isso, velho. Muito louco, porque será que a Navi foi tão QI alto que a Navi ela espelhou a composição dos caras, só que colocando um herói que pode escalar melhor pra cada posição, velho? Não é possível que foi isso. Cara, o Hanzo não é pego no competitivo, tá, Léo? Esse foi o primeiro ban de Hanzo que teve, né, que eu vi até hoje, tá? O primeiro ban. E eu não vi nenhum Hanzo no competitivo. Isso sobre competitivo. Agora, o Hanzo é forte? O Hanzo é muito forte, principalmente pra subir na rank solo, tá? Mas muito forte, velho. Muito forte. Vou te recomendar um vídeo, Léo, inclusive, do nosso cara aqui, ó. Não é parceiro aqui do canal, mas quem sabe um dia, hein? Eugênio, você me ajuda muito. Esse aqui, ó, Léo. Você vai ver esse vídeo aqui do Eugênio. Tank Hanzo is taking over ranked. Eugênio. É porque o Eugênio, ele é um criador de conteúdo lá. Eu acho que é das Filipinas ou da Indonésia. Ele faz em inglês, tá? E, cara, melhor canal que tem pra aprender, velho. Aqui ele vai falar que é porque eles estão fazendo um Hanzo com build tanque, mano. Isso aqui cai na ranked contra nós. Isso aqui é um nojo, Léo. Isso aqui é um nojo. Você ganha jogo muito fácil, velho. Ganha um jogo muito fácil. Inclusive, aproveita, tá, Léo? Porque vai tomar o nerf. Já tá agendado o nerf do garotão aqui pra ele não poder buildar tanque mais. Mas até vai demorar umas 2 semanas ainda esse update pra ele tomar esse nerf. Então, Abusa lá, velho. Abusa lá.
Magic items already for Andoryu too, so that initial lead, 3 levels for Kevin, is now down to just 1. Because Andoryu's been able to farm out. Kevin got level 15 so quickly, he still has a 2,000 gold advantage. But the thing is, how will he be able to utilize the gold advantage now, right? He needs to get close.
De nada, mano, de nada.
Navi can't let them get close. And quite frankly,
Bom que você já olha o canal da Eugene mesmo, da marca da impressora, e chega lá com o certificado de técnico de impressora, hein, Léo? Eu gosto.
I think they'll be able to get close with this composition. Look, especially with Carson there, at least though.
Qual time do ML que eu torço? A Onic, mano. Que a gente vai ver jogo dela aqui nessa live ainda, tá? Aqui eu só vou passar rapidamente pelos jogos que aconteceram antes. Mas vai ter Onic, viu? Vai ter Onic. Eu não sei se a Onic é uma... Se ela tem outros jogos. O primeiro jogo que eu vi que existe Onic mesmo é aqui. Pô, Léo, tem que ficar... Você tem que ser multiuso, pai. Que isso? Vai ficar fazendo igual o Eduardo, chamando o marido de aluguel pra fazer essas coisas pra você?
Navi already has enough firepower to contest this first Lord, or perhaps call it just to weather the storm. Harley?
Fechou, meu parceiro, fechou. Demora aqui um pouquinho. Obrigado pela visita, pela estadia aí na live, Léo. Fica à vontade, pode ir lá. Mas aqui a live ainda demora um pouco. Se quiser voltar aí, vou estar por aí. Tchau. Aqui a gente já foi 46 minutos de live, primeiro game do dia. A gente vai ver 1, 2, acho que a gente vai ver alguns games, não sei quantos. Eu também canso. Mas eu gostei muito de ver esse game aqui. O jeito que a Navi tá jogando é diferenciado. Quase fizeram a jogada. Nossa. Valeu, Léo. Obrigado, mano. Obrigado pela presença. Bom sábado pra você. Amanhã tem de novo, viu? Mano. Fechou.
Despite them taking the Lord.
Another negative economy Lord which showed up 2 Lord advantages that have turned out to be more of Lord disadvantages, giving the benefit over to Andoryu and the boys. Oh god, if that Star Shadow landed, Ritual was dead. 100%. He is a squishy boy, and Jize, one thing we know from him, even from last season, is that he just doesn't miss on the skill shots. Remember those mystic projectiles?
Cara, olha o damage Delt, velho. Meu Deus, dessa nova área! Que roubo, moleque!
On the Farsa as well. Never do I see Jize on a negative hit rate. I'd love to see that stat that we had in the past for Novarias and Selena's hit rate on the Star Shatter, maybe in the future. Because Jize's been landing those all the way from the start. Kevin, I feel like TLID are just so frustrated at this point. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to execute, right? Because even when they are taking these neutral objectives, again, would love to see a replay on that Lord. They're zoning. And it's not even Anand's fault that he needs to zone. He needs to. That's literally the description of his job as an XP laner on a Barat. But whatever he does, it gives the opening for Navi to look for the pickup before the skirmish start, or after the Lord gets taken, rather.
Yeah, and this feels like this is the time where TLID regrets picking the Yisanchin. Yes, you get the snowball from the farms, but the dive is just not there at all for TLID.
I still don't think they're regretting these picks. I think they're regretting how they executed the mid game a bit more.
They should have been be more aggressive.
I think they should have been less aggressive. They tried to steal. They got caught by Apro. They got caught in the bottom lane as well. Remember, Leone got picked up. Kevin as well. With this composition, if you have a 3,000 gold lead, it should be an auto 6k with 3 turtles, if you know what I mean. Now item build check again. That 2,000 gold lead now just down to 1,000. And the longer this game goes, the more irrelevant these leads start to become. Because look at that, Defying Glaive for Jize. And Doryu already has the CE. Looks like he's going to go Blood Wings there. And looks like for Jize, he's not going to go Blood Wings. He don't need it. He's a Novaria in the back. I don't know how Novarias die in my rank games, but Novaria shouldn't be dying, bro. That is a holy crystal for Jize. If he gets that, I think he can get very close to one-shotting Trichel or Kevin. Yeah. That's why Kevin needs rose gold, dog. That's why he built it. Oh, he doesn't have boots. See, I am not a fan of Melissa no boots against this kind of composition. You're so slow. It's so easy for GZ to land these shots. I think it's also the trust towards Yoni that has some units Fury, but maybe that's too much trust. And to be fair, with nature as well. It's a belt. Oh, hold on. Okay. Look at the poke. Oh my god. They cannot handle the poke.
Wow, Iran is poked indeed. The low 50% HP now. With the Lord now already.
Oh my god.
That's gonna be Ritual. Taken very low. Good fight.
Oh my god.
Iran is poked indeed. The low 50% HP now. With the Lord now already.
Oh my god.
That's gonna be Ritual. Taken very low. Good fight, Selena. And now it's a 5v4. The advantage is for Na'Vi, the cavalry, the top sitting dogs. They are in trouble now. That's a 3-man tall. The dry Dion canceled though. Minion Fury pops. That's the again are the Fury pops. Oh, and Ryu jumps back.
Caramba, mano.
That's the again are the Fury pops. Oh, and Ryu jumps back to Kevin.
Caramba, os caras jogam muito, velho. Os caras da Navi estão jogando muito.
Munched that to the Andorio off the board, no jump before Na'Vi. This might be the saving grace, but the only later on as well. Oh. That's gonna be Zion, win of nature, both marksmen. Oh. That's gonna be Zion. And the rest of the Na'Vi members finding the wipeout as they will survive, and Andorio is back with Afro resurrecting him.
It feels like TLID played the 4v5 as well as they could, but it's just not enough. Why not forgive me? For I did not know. I was not familiar with your game. Na'Vi know how to execute this at such a high level. They lose the early game just as a step back to land a big haymaker. It's just a setup for the late.
Que game, Na'Vi, velho. Que game, mano. Nossa, eu quero jogar desse jeito, mano.
Will be capitalized on for sure. Unlike the two lords of TLID, and again we go on to the skirmish to see what happened. Cars was able to tank up a storm together with the holy healing. Kevin walks up there, good chomp down, but everybody else is corralled in. And Doryu dying didn't really play into the fight the way that TLID thought it would. TLID thought really play good chomp down. Cars was able to tank up a storm together with the holy healing. Kevin walks up there, good chomp down, but everybody else is corralled in. And Doryu dying didn't really play into the fight the way that TLID thought it would. TLID thought they got one of the main damage dealers, but Zeon popped off. Remember, with the rose gold, with the photo, with the Wind of Nature, and the holy healing constantly on him, with backup as well. It's just going to be great. As long as the Raphaela doesn't die, either way, you're not going to lose the fight. You're not going to lose the trade, because Apro can just respawn anybody who gets taken out.
And how do you dive this when Cars is around, man? Look at that. You can play it as slowly as possible. The front to backs are working for Na'Vi.
Oh, yeah.
Land those kill shots. Procs the genius one from Andor.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
That's an Ovoya right there. Structures are falling like flies. Na'Vi will claim the base turret bottom lane.
Caramba,
will be
mano.
taken care of. Nandor, you jump.
Oh, my God.
Kevin. Still able to have. That's going to be the body block there again. Still has a life steal there for Kevin. But now, will they siege on towards the top? Will they commit the siege top lane? They gotta.
Dude, even if they don't, it's GG as long as Na'Vi don't troll. Holy baptism.
Yeah, that's a stun. Holy baptism popped as well. It seems like Mandoria now looking for a jump on towards Kevin. Great awareness. Will sidestep it, but that's the far lane taken down. Na'Vi now in full control of the map.
It is insane that TLID got the first 6 objectives and somehow
Break composure.
the mid turret, the outer mid turret still stands, brother.
It's so disgusting how Na'Vi have executed this. Again, TLID did make
Cara,
mistakes in the mid game.
Na'Vi do céu, mano. Vocês jogou muito fino, velho. Nossa, o Andório tá jogando muito com esse Harley. Cara, o Cars tá fazendo uma frontline impecável. Andório não errou uma ult com esse Harley. Que é isso que meu monitor tá fazendo? Toda hora desligando, mano. Pera aí. Qual foi, cara? Tá com mau contato? O que é? De boa, tá de boa? Sinceramente, Navi, frontline do Cars impecável. Não viu o Andório errar uma ult, manteve a compostura quando os caras deu invade. O Gizzy, pra mim, MVP da partida, Gizzy, que é a Novária, não erra um meteoro, velho. Não erra um meteoro. A Rafaela, né, fica viva e reala os outros, renasce os outros. E o meu Claudão farmou como uma máquina. Então...
I'll be honest with you, this is a very difficult composition to execute. You need to be clean. You need to know how to punish your opponents when they overstep just a bit, and Navi were able to. Highlight over to Apro again with the Flicker Holy Baptism over that purple buff to kill Kevin, and the whole team capitalizing again. Highlight back to when Jize was able to get a Star Shatter down in the bottom lane against Leone that took him down with the turret's help. And now you see the goal lead, 3,000 between the mid laners. Wishing Lantern and the Holy Crystal. Selena's great for early game mid control, even late game map control, but not when you're scaling against a Novaria that can have equal amounts of control with the Star Shatters one and the Astro Echo even more so, because it opens up everything. You cannot look for those flanks against the Rafaela. The only way right now for TLI to win would be taking out the Rafaela before the fight starts. But how do you do that? This is not a team fight comp that can flank. This is literally a front to back against a better front to back.
I think like at this point it just comes down to a Hail Mary arrow from Ritual that can connect towards one of the more important members of Na'Vi. That's not the most important member of Na'Vi. As they're losing on the grid.
They're low 50% HP, and that was just a shot from.
No! Mano do céu, velho! O que isso a Navi tá jogando? É ridículo! Mano, olha essa Novaria, velho. Esse sushi morreu. Eu não ia assistir todos os games não, mas caramba, que a Navi executou aqui, velho? Melhor jogo que eu já vi na minha vida, velho. Melhor jogo que eu já vi na minha vida. Cara, a Navi tá jogando um futebol mais fino que eu já vi.
That's the Dino. That's the man who's meant to take the shots.
That's crazy. And folks, this might be the game plan of Coach Tony again.
Mano.
The early game.
You need boots on Kevin, dude. I'm telling you.
Man. Oh, you got Steph Curry raiding it down from downtown, and now here comes the sixth man, Andre Iguodala.
Oh, God.
Give me a Iguodala indeed.
Hey.
Easy up, and Dor, you looking for an angle. The only not forced to go back. Nobody is sandbagging here except Iran now. And Dor jumps back in the lore now. Practically low. Will be taken care of. That's a stun though. Cars, bunch down. Daytona's will come under the turret. That's GZ again. That's going to be Zio now already. Just free hitting. With a major pop by both marksmen now in the mid lane. Go.
No!
And the immortality and the respawn now towards Harley. Now Navi still pressuring the mid lane. The base is exposed as ladies and gentlemen, Kevin now is back in the vicinity. Holy Baptism doesn't connect with Kevin now holding on towards that jungler or that top lane. That's a little arrow landing. Zion still able to keep immortality. Mountain Chopper doesn't land. GZ going back. That's gonna be under you now. Look, jumping towards.
Caramba, velho, olha esse game, mano. Assim, palmas pra Liquid que conseguiu defender isso, mas, mano.
They have defended, but map is Navi's.
Yeah, map is definitely not Navi's, but honestly though, TLI, I did not expect him to defend that one.
Me neither. I thought it was going to be over with those shots landing, but thank goodness for Kevin having the immortality set up already. He was able to escape for the second shot as well. Kevin doing a good job. It's so difficult though for TLID because, God, they're playing a game of MLBB, but also a simultaneous game of dodgeball for the carries. Anytime you get shot, at this point, you're out of the fight. Yes, you can sustain through the jungle creeps, but there's only so many jungle creeps you can try to lifesteal on. Navi again handling those shots well. This time with the base sword down below, it means it's gonna be slow pushing. That means they can constantly just hold the Lord, play the Lord dance, continue to poke, and do that. Lord. Kevin is out of the fight. Boom, bang, bada bing. Now with Kevin out of the fight.
Look at where Under You is. Ritual might be in trouble here.
Yeah. Oh, look at that, Melissa down below. They have a 4v5 advantage.
Yeah, Melissa shown, so that's gonna be again the scout report. That's gonna be Under You collecting the Lord, and it seems like Navi's call is to disengage for a bit.
Whoa!
That's gonna be Ritual though, taken down. Nothing he can do, but the immortality in time though. So that will be TLID still able to stand with 5.
Ooh, thank goodness for that immortality. Could have been, I think, GG if he died there. This is Evolved Lord, 24 minutes, remember?
Yeah, I just realized that Ritual's KDA is 112. This is the highest KDA mid layer that we have in the first week.
That's crazy.
They had their early game with the Selena, but somehow only amounted to 3 kills for TLID.
Yeah. That's gonna be more crazy. Navi though definitely has opportunities to get this final push. Kevin taken very low. That's a deadly magic there. Towards that's a taunt. Aran now. Winter crown. The stun. Here comes Cars. Sandbagging. Flicker from Aran. Cars jumps back in. Xeon jumps through. Kevin! Still able to find an angle to take Cars down. They have the resurrection though. That's the Lord. That's Xeon pressuring on towards Ritual. GG! Finds an angle, and after 25 minutes of game time, your opening game will end in Navi winning. Antonio and Frenzy, stay composed, weather the storm, and what a win. What a game.
It is just not fair.
Caramba, velho!
Once you get to the late game, you're just waiting for the shots to land. How do you even defend that? I think Kevin did his best on the last defend, but the engage is just way too much nonetheless. The range is crazy, the way they play is crazy. Navi, this might be the turnaround this season.
It's well played. I can't even be... Like, this was the play that set it up first, man. Apro with a set on Rafaela. It's like, brother, you don't expect Rafaela to be the one going in, and that's why TLID got caught lacking. But it was because of those small mistakes that just built up to this lead. Like, yes, it's unfair when you get into the late game, but it takes a lot of steps to get into the late game. So you can't just be like, okay, GG, Navi just drafted better. I honestly was doubting their draft as well. I think all of us were after the Rafaela pick. We thought they overcooked the Beleric and XP, especially considering how the early game played out. There was absolutely zero prio anywhere on the map for the early game. But TLID, they made some crucial mistakes. Navi made some crucial punishments, and they capitalized. Gize, clearly my MVP. Man just does not miss.
He does not miss and he does not die. There's like one time where he's almost getting caught up, but the immortality was there. Even the immortality was not broken at the time from Kevin's engage. So yeah, beautifully played by the whole team. I feel like the whole team did their job. You know, it doesn't seem like Xeon did enough, but when you're a Cloud against a Minotaur, you know, it's a bit hard. You gotta put those purifies there. You gotta wait for the resources to be up. Even Kars as well. He knows how to play it, despite it being like a pseudo roamer kind of deal for this Beleric.
And I actually like the choice that he went for instead of the flicker that we're always pro for instead of the revitalize. For this case, he never is the initiator. He's just there to react. He's there to just literally
Hold the fort.
Hold the fort. Be the guy up front. Have the Rafaela heal him with the help of the revitalize to get Theon, Gize, and Thoryu to get those hits over onto the front. And they know that in the mid game, going to the lane, when they finally get those items, those fronts and backs will be auto wins. And I think for Navi, again, just great defenses all around, man. They were able to defend these structures from being taken out for so long. And every neutral objective that TLID got, starting from when the Lord spawns, was always traded with one guy. It's always one guy dying for the neutral objective, therefore stopping TLID's siege potential to capitalize on that Lord.
What a surprise! Who's the MVP? It is Tuesday, the mid laner of Navi with the Navaria. He does not miss. Oh my goodness gracious. 706 on a KDA, almost 200k damage. And that build is almost glass cannon. At that point, I still think Glowing won.
I'll tell the straighter so I can... That's what
Cara, joga muito, mano.
You can decide which.
them trying to control over here, and it makes a lot of sense knowing the lead that they have. But unfortunately, Navi was able to position.
Vamos ver o game 2 agora, guys.
Maybe like why the Jushin? Or maybe just Makito first pick. But why not?
I think it's gonna be the Hirara first pick over the Makito, man. Because Makito right now is in a very strange place. Maybe because the Melissa's already banned out, the Makito still finds value. But I'd say if Freya, Makito, Marcel, and Hirara are all open, I'd probably go Hirara first.
Oh, maybe this is trying to enable Freya. Yeah, you're right.
Remember that Marcel is open though, so that is something that they're gonna have to think about too. They ban out the Freya and Super Cryo. Now I think it should just be the Hirara or Marcel. Those are the two options, right? Makito Flex can work, but I still prefer Hirara.
And if you but if you pick the Marcel, Team Liquid cannot just straight up pick the Hirara and never mind. Yeah, they don't want to get the Hirara to his cabin. Yep, too dangerous, I guess.
This should be the Paquito. I think if they do go Paquito, they need to go Paquito with the Belleric, right? Because if they don't, it'll be very tough.
So they let go of the Novaria again?
I think you don't need to pick the Novaria now because there's no real reason to. Earlier, there was a Melissa, there was that front to back composition. It was good. I think it's just Belleric Paquito.
And remember, Paquito can still be flexed too by TLID to 3 lanes, so they can get another dive coming into the jungle, maybe like a Harley or something like a Ling could work. Maybe a bit too early, but it is still at the back of their minds.
I mean, we have seen a lot of Barats from Maran, so it wouldn't be too crazy if they do go for like the Barats and the Paquito instead of the Belleric, but then the Belleric will just be free for Navi. Dude. I like the Paquito Eudora when it comes to burst, but this is just a free Belleric that you're giving over, and the Paquito won't be able to do anything against the Belleric. Oh, he can, but you're going to have to bait out those skills. So, easiest Belleric pick of why not's life.
Brainer. And the Varia.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I think it's GG. Game. Wait. First phase. Hit first.
Yeah, you also said, well, you didn't say GG, but you prefer TLID strap way more than Navi. So we gotta see how it unfolds in the lineup and also the execution as well. Now for TLID, the red 3 here, they are still lacking the roamer. You can still pick the Marcel kinda here. But I don't know how
Não, Marcel não funciona não.
with the other picks that TLID has secured. Not really a lot of synergies, I guess, but I guess Marcel can still upgrade by herself.
Yep. The Marcel and the chip is still open.
I don't know about Chip though.
Definitely
Against Hirata and Belleric.
against the Belleric, yeah.
You just,
Kind of.
man, it's so tough because even if they go Barats here, Eudora and Paquito usually comboed with Barats. They go Claude.
Não gosto do Cloud aqui, velho. Belleric segura, Navalha.
So that also eliminates Paquito gold angle. So I don't know what's the idea behind this. I think it's just a hero that can be safe against Hirata, and at the same time though, side twist the Novaria. I don't know if that's possible, bro. Novaria is gonna upgrade through like 60 feet away from you.
This is tough. Oh,
They ban out Rafaela. They think the Belleric can still go XP, which makes sense. But honestly, right now, it could still be a Barat's XP as well. The Marcel was completely forgotten. I think maybe the Marcel would have been a good choice there on Red 3, so they can stop the Hirata from just completely stomping this game. But yeah, it gets banned out. Now, next to the chopping block, it's the Mathilda ban. So they're taking away these healers. And that means for why not, I think it's chill, because the Belleric can still just go roam, but they can go for an XP lane later on. Against the Paquito, Eudora, and Claude, it wouldn't be too crazy to see the Uranus just have tempo, just to get the Hirata even more positions in. If they ban Uranus, though, you know what they're going for, Barats. But I don't think they're going to ban it out, because it looks like they want the Barats.
I don't know why, but I feel like TLID wants the Kaja here.
TLID wants the Kaja?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of members you can go for. Navaria plays super far back. That's a good glue ban. One of the picks that can actually deal with the Hirata is the glue.
Back then when Geekfam brought out the Kaja against TLID, Trichel surprisingly caught a lot of time. Yep. Gotta be the Barats first.
Uranus.
there's a lot of option for the movement for TLID.
It's either Beleric XP or Uranus XP Beleric Rome. So I'm just gonna.
Esmeralda?
I don't like the Esmeralda too much. I like the Uranus a bit more. With the gold later, I'd say go strong side, man. I think the Brody's not bad here. They really just want to win that early game.
Yeah, and there's really not much. Well, there is some dives, but I think this is still manageable. So they go for the Esmeralda instead of the Uranus. I think the idea is to somehow sort of. You can also apply the same idea to Uranus, though. The Makito and Esmeralda matchup is the only thing I can think of why they want to go for the Esmeralda.
But the Barat's going XP.
And yeah, I know. And against a Eudora, I prefer using Esmeralda because I can punish the Eudora.
Eudora, yeah. Okay.
They're going double down on the late game instead. The Moscow. I thought they would build for the Yarara. TLID. What do they need right now? Rover.
Feels like it's gonna be something boring like a high loss, but I don't know if it's in the meta at all.
Yeah, they can't even go back to Kacha against Navaria Esme, right?
Cho maybe?
I don't like the Cho.
I think it's Kacha.
Whoa.
It's a way for you to dive, yes, but
We need to force those early fights, I guess.
unfortunately, Navi, the way they play in the first game, I'm very confident they can somehow weather the storm.
Yeah.
With the Beleric as well. We'll see, I guess.
Que é 2-0 pra Navi, viu?
But with the tempo this high from TLID, with the teleportation, I think they can make something happen. They have a lot of burst as well. So they somehow can burst down the Beleric early game.
Okay. I think it's solid. This is very inaccurate, by the way. It is not early snowball for Why Not's draft. They can early snowball. Obviously, that's always your
Pois
plan
a gente já vai
A.
direto pro da Onic.
More
Muito
of
bem.
waiting for Navaria and the Moscow even. But they do have some solid plans to play with. Earlier, the draft index favored Navi. This time, it favors TLID by, well, it's literally equal, 6-7.
The two holy numbers, Mirko. Going to game number 2 here. Navi versus TLID. TLID is still undefeated match-wise. But Navi is looking to change that here as they're looking for the sweep in game 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the land of dawn. You mentioned it, Jeff, and will TLID winning pattern end here tonight? Or perhaps we might see a game 3, you know, the opening match to start the week off. Or, yeah, let's see. Now, VIVO, with this sort of draft here, they have a hero that definitely can contest the far lane, but with the chip on the opposing side, it's going to be, he need to have some awareness on the, you know, when to split push.
Yep. Kevin, down below. Has the bird here by. That's a big resource. I think Zeon got the gold crab as well, or was it Kevin? Oh, sorry, was it Andorio? Anyways, though, Kevin went for Bargain Hunter instead of Festival of Blood in this matchup. A bit greedy, not gonna lie. Zeon already has a good time in this matchup on the Moscow against Claude, so going for Bargain Hunter means that, again, they're really relying on the chip to snowball everybody.
How about the decision for Apro to go for the flicker, though, Mirko? Like, I feel like
I like it.
the team fight is coming at you. Oh, and also the rapid boots as well. So this is going to be a very offensive Beleric here instead of the defensive one in the game number 1.
Yeah, in game number 1, it was good because 1, it's an XP lane, 2, they need to just react. Oh, Makito damage, ridiculous.
That's first blood. That's an mobilization. And Kevin, utilizing and abusing the power of Paquito early, getting on the board here for the cavalry.
They're still ready to go here for the total objective. It looks like Navi does not even want to engage on that. There is a good reason to not do that.
Yep. It's very tough for you to play around turtle number 1 when you're on a Beleric, so you gotta play it safe. 2, the Paquito's damage is ridiculous, so you can't just be walking up. Now they go bot.
You have level 4. Shortcut is there. That's going to be shortcut use. Xeon deleted. Now, Navi, not an ideal early game already.
Yeah, you can see the celebration coming from a while away, but the worry is Navi did not even see that coming. This is the tempo that Chip brings to the table.
Yeah. That's why they went Bargain Hunter on Kevin. It's a risky move, but it's a move he's willing to take. He's willing to gamble when he's up against people who are weak in the early game.
Nossa,
plus
guys,
championship, right?
eu tô até com dor de cabeça com essa arte aqui, cara. Eu vou assistir só mais vezes hoje. Amanhã a gente assiste da Onic.
It really comes down to everybody else when you're
Eu tá ruim até de falar.
here. So as long as Teal ID continue to push the pace, as long as they're able to catch Na'Vi off guard with those shortcuts, this is gonna be a long game for Na'Vi.
Yeah, it feels like, in a way, conceptually, it's the same draft.
Ruim de concentrar, dor de cabeça.
But now it's a chip, so it might be even faster than before. But for Navi's side, there's no Rafaela, there's no, cars with a Bellary with a revitalized. So weathering the storm is gonna be even tougher in this kind of situation. But good news though, it's a Moskov Miracle, so the wave clear, you can argue it's way better.
Exactly. They have a Moskov and Novaria. That's why I see what Na'Vi tried to do there, right? I mean, in the draft, they already picked up the hit on a Bellary. I thought they would just double down on that comp.
Spot, that's going to be the mobilizing hit. They're going all in. On towards Kevin. Great setup. They're spotted by Afro, who controlled towards Kevin.
Right? I mean, in the draft. That's why I see what Na'Vi tried to do there, right? I mean, in the draft, they already picked up the hit on a Bellary. I thought they would just double down on that comp.
Spot, that's going to be the mobilizing hit.
Pick up the hit on a Bellary. I thought they would just double down on that comp.
Spot, that's going to be the mobilizing hit. They're going all in. On towards Kevin. Great setup. They're spotted by Afro, who controlled and provide vision on
The Paquito, I thought you could get away with just 2 seconds kills. Or
Body block.
He was immobilized. Or the hitbox might be tougher for you to do that. Oh yeah, I get it.
Anyways, though, it's exactly the same. 2-0 lead into Kevin getting caught. A bit too crazy how deja vu it is. They're also going to get this neutral objective, so literally the same start to the game as game number 1. Just different picks.
Navi has to play once again very, very carefully, even more so this time around. Might be, gotta watch out there, Kevin.
Yep. Afro still has a flicker, so definitely there's a potential engage occurring in the bottom side. Great way usage of the minion control there. Leone is very cheeky though now.
It's very good by Afro, though.
Mobilized comp, spotting Iran, so they know at least that the chip is still missing, guys.
And remember, this is why I thought Na'Vi was going to double down on the Hirara and the Bellary, because once they get level 4, this Paquito should be able to play the game. Every time you walk up, you're always thinking about the Wrath of the Dryad, you're always thinking about that taunt. So, as long as Afro plays it like this, save some of those resources, for the Paquito, Kevin should really have no opening. It comes down to Aran to be able to get like these big chomps. But even then, there's an Esmeralda with a Purifier who's up there. There's a Bellary who's also going to be in front of him, trying to take those shots. Oh!
Mobilize connecting on Ritual, the burst damage,
He hesitated.
The help of Eudora there with the stun. Down goes Yuba. It's a shortcut against 2 members of Na'Vi under the turret. Xeon will not survive. Afro though is trying to provide damage. That's getting damage on towards Afro. Pars, the left man standing there. TLID finding another win there. All 5 standing.
They stayed under the turret for a solid 20 seconds and no one getting caught up.
Wow. Nope. It's impossible when you have those many bodies and the Paquito in this meta, dude. When you use those enhanced skills, the damage reduction is just ridiculous. You can see it again, the way he clears, the way he takes. But to go back to how Andoryu got caught, it's unlucky. Hirara always struggles against point-blank CC. That's why TLID were so comfortable picking up the Paquito and the Eudora, even though they knew it was a gamble against the Bellering. They knew that V would probably have Andoryu overstep a couple of times.
Yeah.
He walks up and he hesitated, dude. If he skill 1-2 and then 2-1, he might have been able to escape, but then Richard would have just flickered and skill 2. So either way, I think he would have been cooked. But yeah, that's how it worked out.
I don't think I'm wishing too much. He might probably try to predict the second skill delay from Ritual, but either way, it's still
Point blank, there's no
I don't know why you would do that. So yeah, that's really all on Andoryu. He has to play a bit more safely from now on. Yeah, makes sense why you're still doubting the Hirara from Andoryu.
There are levels to it. Kevin seems just more mechanically apt for it.
They don't even need to ult this.
Yeah, it's just zoning. They want to deny as much gold as possible down below. Solo kill.
That's a solo kill from Kevin. Man, this is the Kevin we know. What we saw from week 1.
The recall TLID style, the stickers as well for good measure.
It's crazy.
A bit too lopsided now to match up the jungle right now. There's no way they can under you can 1v1 this Paquito in this stage. You might want to see an item check from now on, just to see where they at. Because it feels like that's a bit too much damage for the Paquito. This is just, oh god. This is the lead that they wanted in game 1.
No balling.
To put it easily, to put it like simply, that's what they have right now. It looks so good. Kevin's just stacking up. Yeah. The objective, that damage penalty is 2 times higher. Do not drop the ball at this point, and it really takes a big mistake for TLID for them to drop the ball at this point in the game. Unless they pull another one, yeah. But Leone! Hey! Nobody saw that, bro.
Oh, Kevin in the bottom side of the map though, doing heavy work. That's gonna be an inner turret in the bottom side of the map gone. The passive as well. Here comes the sun. Here comes the purify from cars. That's Kevin from the flanks, finding a kill. That 200 gold will be for Kevin. That's gonna be the Lord now spawning, entering the Lanadon.
By the way, that's the supposedly decent matchup of Esmeralda against Paquito.
Yeah, that's why I don't like the Esmeralda, dude. Like, the Esmeralda's it's so mid, dude. Unless you're up against Uranus, yeah? Because, like, you're so squishy. You're not as tanky as the Uranus. You don't have the consecration to heal either. You're just there if you It's good if you snowball. That's about it. But also, where was the ultimate from Afro? Like, he saw that happen to Cars and he was like, it's okay.
It's Cars. He doesn't care. They got beef. There's the Minotaur though, like on that too. It's real beef.
Yeah, that's
Metaphorically
real beef. That's a golden staff at 9 minutes with Bargain Hunter. That is abysmal. But to be expected when you're a Moskov playing weak side against a composition that won the trio mid. That's why I don't like Moskov as well. I tried playing the Moskov with the weak side, and my trio mid lost hard. I did not enjoy that game.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a bargain at all for Zeon right now. Meanwhile, Kevin is absolutely abusing his bargain hunter, man. Level 12.
Complicado, hein, guys? Eu acho que eu vou encerrar a live aqui. Eu tô tentando aguentar acabar esse jogo, velho. Muita dor no... Uma afta debaixo da língua. Muito incomodado.
For Kevin. Oh my god. This is like the Paquito we had earlier.
All right, now with the Lord touching the base turret in the bottom side will be cleared though. TLID still patiently waiting on the engage. Either from Iran or Leone, but you know, there's Kevin as well. That's gonna be a turret in the bottom side. No. Great talk though to cancel it out. That's gonna be TLID now already disengaging. That's a stun, the Spear of Misery landing, but no real threat for TLID just yet.
3-0 on the far side, Miracle. The turret is just not there at all. There's no way they can. I think he's still at this point. He's just waiting for a mistake. I'm sorry to say this.
Yeah.
Okay, gold lead. Do they cope? Do they cope on scaling?
I don't think they can. Again, in game 1, the reason the cope was real was because TLID didn't really snowball the lead past 3K. It was just 3K. Yeah, and they had Rafaela, that's true. But mainly it was also the scaling. The scaling worked because 3K. It was down 3K. Now, it's all 4,000 gold between the junglers, bro. It seems Kevin's not just good on the Hirara, he's also good against the Hirara. He knows the ins and outs of Hirara, just like me. But in a different way.
Alright, good information to have, Miracle.
If you know, you know.
Fun facts.
Oh, by the way, Miracle, like, speaking of Hirara, don't forget
I know what you're talking about.
to tune into Mirko's stream. I don't know which day is it. Mirko is gonna cosplay Hirara, okay?
That's not happening.
He already hired a makeup artist. He already hired.
So it's gonna be a Mirara.
Yeah, he got some pads ready to place.
Some pads?
Yeah.
What pads? Shoulder pads?
Yeah, shoulder pads, definitely. You know.
What else?
So tune in for that.
No, don't.
Save the date.
No date. The date today is the 21st of August. And it's the day that we're going to see a 2-1 for this matchup.
Yeah.
Just as predicted.
I mean, just as predicted, you know, I thought TLRD got into the bag, but although game 1, it seems like game 2, it's a different story. It's a 10,000 goal lead, folks, here 12 minutes in. There is nothing stopping Kevin and Kevin, the rest of TLID members,
Force the game
7-1. Look out, Brazil fans. Oh man, usually when you're playing a chip comp, somehow the chip got caught like a couple of times, you know, because he is the engager most of the time under the turret, but the chip is still at 0-0-3. No test at all. Kevin!
Yep.
Oh my god!
All alone. That's gonna be Leone with the conceal here, looking for an angle. That's good. That's going to be the base turret top. Taken down. The opponent's welcome doesn't land. Here goes Kevin! With the burst damage, Makito! Shut down though. It's a 4v4 shortcut popped. Cars and G's in now.
Uai, trollou agora o Jungle, né, velho? Achei over ali do Paquito.
Is able to escape due to his skills. That's going to be the turret in the mid lane still standing, but the top lane is vulnerable, folks. And that will be all. All outer turret is down. That's going to be the mid lane turret falling as well. Kevin, with a blazing duet, still able to get out, but Navi, they have defended.
Oh man, I feel like Kevin is a bit too overzealous there, trying to farm clips, but you know, all the inhibitors are gone, so it worked out to the end.
Hey, it's A-okay as long as they're able to get good trades across the board, and that they did. They were able to get good trades across the board. A fantastic job by TLID. Pushing the lead even forward, even more forward, I'd say. Kevin won 0-3, but level 15. 2 levels ahead of Zeon. Again, we'd love to see the items right now to see exactly how far he is ahead. I think he has full items at this point, maybe 2 whole items ahead of Navi's Zeon. Mainly because of the Bargain Hunter, dude. The Bargain Hunter is crazy. A ridiculous choice. Type of greed you would expect from Kevin, I'm guessing. But damn, it worked out so well with the chip. They did a good job. They punished really well with the Eudora on the Hirara. The point blank stuns came clutch. And Kevin just capitalize every single time. Off these stuns, you get the stun, and then Kevin just goes double jab, and it's dead. That's why I'm saying, Paquito's, hey bro, I like Paquito. Give me Hirata or Paquito, or I retire. I'm Kevin.
Hey, you play Harley?
No, I don't like it, dude.
Pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
A pretty bad Harley?
Compared to MPL players, it's pretty bad.
No, I am the GOAT, dude. Have you seen these MPL players? They're like pretty good.
Like who? Like who? Drop the
I'm
name.
joking. It's, you know, in my dream. In my dream, I'm better than them.
Okay.
What about in your dream?
What about in your dream? In my dream, Geek Time is winning a main. See?
Oh.
Both of us have dreams.
Good thing mine has an MC's trophy.
What? Gonna play like Philippines now. Hello? Cold. Shameless.
Shameless. They are 4-0 against Aurora right now, by the way. They are stomping Aurora.
Whoa. Really? Yep. Oh, 4-0 in kill count.
4-0 kill count.
Oh, okay.
So it's not a best of 7, mate.
I thought it was grand finals already for FPL PH. Like, did I miss a season?
Maybe we all did. Maybe season 18 just happened between MSC, season 18 of MPLID. But the reason we're talking about other things is because
There's nothing
to talk about, TLID, all they need to do is play it safe, unlike what they did in game number 1. You know, they took one too many gambles, and push in the siege. That's it. Then they good.
It's all G. It's all good.
As the people would say nowadays, it's all good, huh?
Yep.
It's all good, cuz.
They managed to wave quite well enough here. Yep. I don't think Low is gonna synergize or time the right time here with the top lane, but doesn't matter.
Yeah, doesn't matter. The only still looking for a flank angle here with the conceal. Afro soaking the damage and holding on the Lord for the minions to spawn. TLID here waiting for a connection and a recall. So, not cancelled.
He's looking behind us all.
They will defend again. Navi actually holding on now.
Hold on a minute.
The first game.
Ué, por que o cara tava rindo ali?
What? Not. TLID here waiting for a connection and a recall. So, not cancelled.
He's looking behind us all.
They will defend again. Navi actually holding on now.
Hold on a minute.
The first game went to what? 23 minutes? 25 almost? Will we see a similar game duration?
Have you had that feeling of deja vu? Might happen again. Navi.
Okay, but it's different, right? Because Navi were able to keep their base turrets all across the game, and then they capitalize on one lord.
They don't need one Mirko. They don't have that in the first place.
I guess the Novaria and the Moskov act as base turrets, right? In the late game, actually way better than base turrets. I'd rather have a Moskov and Novaria in late game over those base turrets. But God, like TLID, they have something. I mean, I guess there's someone's dream team. Someone's dream is to beat TLID, right? Start off strong, but you can't finish. Just like Arsenal.
Excuse you. We won last season. Thank you very much. After second place, three times in a row, which is
Into the
that's
air,
called
Budapest.
consistency. Liverpool needs to learn something or two.
Let's not talk about football when Prime Mobile Olympics is going on right here. Ladies and gentlemen.
Ready for 25 I won. But
Brother. Look at the match. Look at the match. Look at the Adams analyst.
brother, I would if there was anything happening. Right now, it's
Items.
even even items. What do you want me to say right now? It's both of them are full items.
Just
The bargain hunter don't even matter anymore. The gold lead is at 8K, but it's getting to a point where it's irrelevant. That 4,000 gold lead that Kevin has is literally just nothing right now. Because, well, I guess he can swap items. Sure, the rose gold meteor will turn into an immortality, but other than that, nothing else, dude. Is that an endless battle, by the way?
If Navi is winning this, I would be pissed if I were Hanjao, bro.
You would be pissed if you would be pissed.
Yeah. I drafted a good composition for early game. They got the early game.
Yeah.
But like if it keeps on going on like this, then what the hell am I supposed to do?
Maybe why you're not a coach. That's why you're not a coach.
Maybe. But I'll be frustrated as a viewer, as a guy who likes MLBB, because how the hell does TLID execute the early game so well, but all Navi need to do is play under turret to win? You know what I'm saying? 2 times is crazy. First time is like, okay, TLID made solid or some mistakes in the early game, sure. But in this game, they stopped. They got a 10,000 gold. They got everything you would expect you need to end the game. Literally, look at the stat line. Not even a turret. Navi doesn't have a turret.
Yep. This is a reminiscence of your team body, Haram Ball. Why not the
You
NLB
see?
this right now?
You can call why not Mikel why not at this point, or why not Arteta.
Or Jose why not?
This is Haram Ball.
But why not needs to win the league first?
He has done.
He has been the Champions League, Tom. He has been the Champions League.
Unlike some other Artetas.
Other Artetas. There are any other Artetas.
Navi, why not Arteta?
We did not
Hey,
enter
Lord's
that.
coming. Play by play.
Yeah, the Lord is marching the mid lane now. We saw Navi. We saw Navi defended 3 lords already. Now here comes the 4th. It's Kevin under the turret. 5v4 now. That's gonna be the only now. Torina and the game. That's a flicker defensive. That's the blazing blast. Not enough, ladies and gentlemen. Navi, they have defended yet again. 1, 2,
Ganharam,
3
velho.
members are off the board.
Okay, there's still 9 turrets for TLID, so I don't think it's gonna be an angle, but holy moly!
I did not
What
expect
the
that.
heck just happened?
There's damage reduction with the Lord Evolve! Why are you going past the Lord Evolve?
He's the judge.
I don't under... Why are you going...
Just happened.
There's damage reduction
Thank
with
you.
the Lord Evolve! Why are you going past the... There's damage reduction with the Lord Evolve! Why are you going past the Lord Evolve?
He's the judge.
I don't
Kevin
understand
entregou, mano.
it, man. The face, like, you give me, you know what? Sometimes I just want to scream. Sometimes I just want to. What? Why? What? Leone? Okay. Oh God, he's dead, isn't he? What's your profanity? He has shortcut.
Yep, that's the shortcut. Navi now providing damage, and Leone is off the board. Kevin though is in the vicinity. Applying pressure, not the much. Irara is that's a stun by Eudora. That's the immortality bot. That's the stun. Aaron taunted. Now Andoryu is able to get out. Kevin is here. That's gonna be the damage coming in. Zeon free hitting. Vaunt the immortality. Kevin with the blazing duet, not able to connect though. Just his zone.
Minions.
The members.
Minions.
The minions now is entering, but the spawn timing is perfect.
Cara, a nave vai ganhar isso aqui ainda, mano.
Try to do this already.
Yeah.
They gotta get
Eu tô meio pra baixo aí, meu visitante. É porque eu tô com a dor aqui com a afta na boca, cara, dor de cabeça. Eu acho que eu vou encerrar a live depois desse jogo. Mas a Navi joga muito, mano.
gotta go back.
Afro is they are sensing danger. They got the Lord. They are It's time to defend, and ladies and gentlemen, TLID got 4 lords, and Navi defended. Now, with the first lord here, is it enough for Navi to end TLID's winning pattern?
Dude, I am so concerned right now for MLBB because what the heck is that? Real-time gold graph. You have a 10,000 gold lead. You have a composition to push it forward. You have a composition that should be able to capitalize on a snowball. There was 0 structure, 0 lore, 0 everything, and now they're going to win the game.
The cavalry forced to defend. Here comes the fight from Leon and Kevin instantly dead. That's the blazing red by Kevin, but is it enough? Now, here comes the munch. That's going to be GZ off the board. Zio still free hitting. That's a ritual deleted. That's Kevin off the wind of nature. Is able to get out. Now, here comes the sandbag. That's a winner crown. Ron will not be able to escape. But ladies and gentlemen, the cavalry who got a win streak in week 1 will be forced to go out. 2-0 is the final score, and Navi is here. They came here to party.
Navi, why not?
Mano,
I can't believe you've done this. What?
ó.
This is harambo. This is not allowed. This is a robbery.
Why not, Arteta? And Navi Arsenal, welcome to MPL ID. Oh my goodness. It's ridiculous. You get 0 objectives at the start of the game, not even a structure. You get 0 of anything. There's nothing. They got nothing. Except for some kills here and there. It was a 10,000 gold lead. Bester is all God. They played to defend. And they won. Why not, Cookin? Why not?
Jogaram muito, guys. Infelizmente eu vou encerrar a live aqui hoje. Amanhã eu vou voltar. Muita dor aqui, meu Deus do céu. Tristeza, mas valeu, galera. Quem me acompanhou, tamo junto, é nóis. Navi, jogou demais.